There's someone in your life who never seems to understand things. They forget the same conversation you've had 3 times. They look confused when you bring up something they clearly did. They shrug. They tilt their head. They say, "I don't know what you mean." And every time it happens, you walk away feeling like maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're too sensitive. Maybe you explained it wrong. Here's what almost nobody tells you. Some of the most intelligent people on Earth have mastered the art of appearing clueless, and they are doing it deliberately. The question isn't whether someone in your life is playing dumb. The question is, what are they protecting by doing it? This channel exists to show you what human behavior actually looks like beneath the surface, not the version people want you to see, the real mechanics. Playing dumb is one of the most misunderstood psychological strategies in existence. Most people dismiss it as a personality flaw, a sign of low intelligence, or just social awkwardness. That's exactly what makes it so effective. By the end of this, you'll understand the psychological architecture behind feigned ignorance. You'll recognize it in real time, and you'll understand something far more unsettling, that the people who do it best are often the ones you trust most. Psychologists call it strategic ignorance. It's the deliberate choice to suppress or conceal what you know in order to gain a social or psychological advantage. This isn't a new concept, it's ancient. In the courts of medieval Europe, advisors would routinely pretend not to understand royal commands they privately disagreed with. By feigning confusion, they bought time, avoided conflict, and shifted responsibility. Nothing has changed. Consider a pattern that appears in almost every toxic workplace dynamic. A senior employee consistently claims not to understand the new processes. They ask the same questions repeatedly. They appear helpless. Meanwhile, they are observing. They're watching who gets frustrated. They're identifying who holds the real knowledge. They're building leverage without ever showing their hand. The confusion is a mask. Behind it is a perfectly functioning mind running calculations you don't know about. Research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who use strategic ambiguity, deliberately vague, or confused communication report significantly lower confrontation stress. They outsource the emotional labor to others. You end up clarifying, convincing, and carrying the weight of the interaction. They remain unburdened. This is not accidental, it is engineered. Here's where it gets neurologically interesting. Your brain has a hardwired response to confusion in others. When someone appears lost or uncertain, your prefrontal cortex activates an empathy-first response. You instinctively move to help. You soften your tone. You repeat yourself. You fill the silence. This is called the helper's bias, and it's one of the most exploited mechanisms in social interaction. The person playing dumb doesn't need to do much. They just need to trigger your caregiving instinct and then step back while you do all the work. There's also a concept in psychology called plausible deniability scaffolding. It means constructing enough visible confusion that any accusation of awareness becomes difficult to prove. Politicians use it, executives use it, abusive partners use it. The moment you can't prove someone new, they are protected. Think about how gaslighting actually functions at its core. The gaslighter doesn't just deny events. They layer confusion on top of confusion. They perform bewilderment so consistently that you begin to question your own perception. The feigned ignorance isn't just a shield. It becomes a weapon pointed directly at your sense of reality. Your certainty erodes, and while you're busy doubting yourself, they are moving freely. Now let's talk about how this operates against you in daily life, and what it actually looks like when you know what to search for. The first pattern is selective incompetence. This is when someone is highly capable in areas that benefit them, but suddenly helpless in areas that would require effort or accountability. They can navigate complex software at work, but can't figure out how to split a bill. They remember every detail of a conversation that helped them, but forget every commitment they've made to you. The incompetence is not random. It maps perfectly onto convenience. The second pattern is the confusion pivot. When confronted directly, they don't deny. They confuse. They say things like, "I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at," or "Can you explain what you mean by that?" Suddenly, you're the one explaining yourself. The confrontation dissolves. They never had to defend anything. The third pattern is what I call the echo delay. They repeat your question back to you slowly before answering. This buys processing time without revealing that they're processing. To you, it looks like careful listening. To them, it's a stall that lets them construct the safest possible response. Now, and this is critical, not every confused person is manipulating you. Some people genuinely struggle with communication. Some carry anxiety that mimics evasion. The difference lies in consistency and pattern. Manipulation has a target. Genuine confusion is indiscriminate. Ask yourself this: does their confusion only appear when something is at stake for them? Here is the reframe. The thing that changes how you see everything we've covered. When someone plays dumb around you, consistently, strategically, it is not a statement about their limitations. It is a statement about how they see you. They have assessed you. They've concluded that your empathy can be activated, that your desire to be understood makes you manageable, that your frustration will cause you to over-explain and reveal more than you intended. Playing dumb is, at its core, an intelligence test administered without your knowledge. And here is the uncomfortable part. The reason this strategy works so well is that genuinely intelligent, emotionally aware people are its most frequent victims. Your capacity for nuance, for giving benefit of the doubt, for seeing complexity in others, that's your strength. And it is also the exact entry point. So when you encounter this behavior, resist the urge to explain more clearly. Resist the urge to prove yourself. The moment you stop filling the silence, the dynamic shifts. Silence is the only language that cannot be weaponized by someone performing confusion. Make them carry the weight of their own act. The most dangerous people in your life rarely look dangerous. They look confused. They look like they need your help. And sometimes that's exactly what they want you to think. If this shifted something in how you see the people around you, that's the point. Awareness is the only real protection. If you found value here, the best thing you can do is subscribe. Every week, this channel goes somewhere most people are afraid to look. The patterns are already operating around you. The only question is whether you can see them. I'll see you in the shadows.